Alright, guys, let's continue with a 10th clock. Tick, tick. I guess I'll call it my 10th clock.
I hope everything is satisfactory. This is such a big house, it'll take me a while to get used to things. Now, please don't hesitate to tell me if anything is wrong.
No business, soup. Otherwise, it's fine. Everything went nicely. Finally, fine.
Ma'am. Best apple pie ever had.
Curly's right, ma'am. Hated to leave that last bite. Shall we celebrate with a drink?
Carlos, come in and help me with the dishes. Alice, you want to help too?
Yes, Jacob.
All right, pitch in. Now I'll wash and you get dry. Is that good here?
Don't seem possible one woman could use all them clothes.
You keep a civil tongue in your unprepossessing face.
Yes, ma'am.
And unload my baggage, please.
Yes, ma'am. By the way, what does that word unprepossessing mean?
Miss McClintock.
Oh, hello, Carlos. Run and help the driver with my luggage. I couldn't trust anyone else in this house to do anything correctly.
Luggage? Give him a hand, Curly.
Yes, boss. Mr. McClintock?
Are you moving back in?
Yes, but nothing has changed except my place of residence. And I'd be willing to put up with savages rather than be denied the company of my daughter. And I'm proving that by moving in here.
Mr. McClintock, since it's my first day, would you excuse me if I,
Go ahead. Oh, Catherine, this is Dev Warren. Joined the outfit today.
Please, ma'am.
Thank you. Well, how refreshing. A polite young man here. Where did he come from?
He's a farmer.
A farmer?
Well, I'll be doggone. Kate, welcome home.
What on earth are you doing in that idiotic-looking outfit? And don't you dare call me Kate.
That's my butling suit. I'm butling for the boss. And I'm sorry, Catherine. That Kate kind of slipped out from the times I remembered you as being nice people.
Are you going to stand there with that stupid look on your face while the hired help insults your wife?
He's just ignorant. He doesn't know any better than to tell the truth. And I can't help this stupid look. I started acquiring it as you gained in social prominence.
Mrs. McClintock, where do you want I should... What?
Put him in the master bedroom.
Yes. But move Mr. McClintock's things into another room. Oh, the one back of the stairs would be best so that he can't wake up the entire household when he comes home every night. Just before daybreak.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, excuse me. Here's your cigars, Mr. McClintock. I am Mrs. McClintock.
Kate, Catherine, this is the cook. This is the lady who does the cooking for us.
Mrs. Warren, Mrs. McClintock.
How do you do? Very pleased to meet you, Mrs. McClintock. Very pleased. Likewise. You see, I just came to work here today, and I guess I jumped to the conclusion that this was a bachelor's household. It is, and then again it isn't. I will explain so everything will be quite clear, Mrs. Wallace.
Mrs. Warren.
Mrs. Warren. It has been a bachelor's household for quite some time. And it will be again just as soon as I am out of here, which will be as quickly as I can make arrangements to take my daughter back east with me. You see, she's coming home from school in a few days, and then we'll be off together, and you can return to conducting yourself as you consider proper in a bachelor's household.
Katie.
Shut up! Until then, I am mistress in this house. And I will give the orders. You want my breakfast served in
Don't
bed?
let her. Ain't you gonna say nothing, boss?
Breakfast in bed.
No.
One poached egg, tea, toast. Oh, GW. As soon as my things are put away, I want to talk to you about Rebecca.
Yes, Mrs. McClintock. Indeed, Mrs. McClintock. Of course, Mrs. McClintock.
The toast, lightly browned and unbuttered. Of course, ma'am.
Wait a minute. Now, boss, where you think you're going?
I just remembered I got a date.
But she said she wanted to have a talk.
I heard. Good evening, Lem.
Good evening, Mr. Mack. Yep. Say, Mr. Mack, what does unprepossessing mean?
I was called that once, Lem. Looked it up in the dictionary. It's best you don't know what it means.
Uh-huh. Thank you. You're up.
Hey! What am I going to tell her when she asks where you went?
When in doubt, tell the truth. She wouldn't expect that from you anyway.
Where's Mr. McClintock gone?
There he goes, burning his last bridge. You see a yellow streak about a foot wide running up down his backbone.
Well, Mr. McClintock? He ain't afraid of nothing.
I once thought that.
Drago?
Yes, ma'am.
Was that,
He took off, lit out.
I told him I wanted to talk to him.
Ma'am, I was standing right over here when you said it, and I was standing right out there on those front steps when he walked up to a horse, grabbed a hunk of mane, stepped up on him, and sunk spur.
Where did he go?
Last time I saw him, he's going east, but you know him, he's liable to go north, south, or west.
Get me a carriage.
Yes, ma'am, but
But what?
maybe you shouldn't follow him into maybe where he's going into.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but I wish I hadn't said it.
I'll just get the carriage.
Yes, ma'am.
What happened?
Get the Bruce.
Baruch.
Hitch it up. She wants to go to town.
But Mr. McClintock never said anything to me about it.
Look, young fella, I'm the ramrod around this place, and you better start giving me a yes, sir. You're going to get the roof of this house pulled down on your head.
Yes, sir.
Hello, lady. Hi, Mr. McClintock. New room, eh? Drinks, please. Hello, Bunny. How is everything?
Oh, fine, Mr. McClintock. I'll get you next time.
What'll it be, Mac? Same as usual?
Ladies? Evening, GW.
Jake?
Wrong move.
What?
Chess problem. Queen's in danger.
I suppose you can do that.
Camille, you're on your own.
Mr. McClintock?
I'm Camille. Camille Reedbottom. I'm learning the game of chess. Thought it would give me something to pass the time. See, I have nothing to do all day long. I just remembered something.
Don't mind that. Sorry.
I didn't hear you come in.
Mr. McClintock, I told you that I wanted to talk to you.
Not now.
Could I get you a glass of sherry, Catherine?
Oh, thank you, Mr. Birnbaum. I could use one. I came into town behind a runaway team.
Drago never could handle horses.
It was that young man whose mother pretends to be your cook.
Catherine, your wine.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Birnbaum.
So sorry about those messages.
Now, Mr. McClintock, we have an awful lot to talk over.
First thing I learned about Indian fighting was to wait for daylight.
What has our conversation got to do with Indian fighting?
Indian fighting is good experience for our kind of conversations.
Oh.
It'll wait, Catherine.
Evening, Sheriff. Mr. McClintock, we had quite a ride out here. Oh, I finally got that team settled down.
It's your move.
No, it's your move. I just castled.
Oh.
Now, look here. You're not going to sit here all night long and play chess when the matter of our daughter remains unsettled.
I am going to remain here and play chess, and the matter of our daughter is settled. She stays.
Oh, such stubbornness.
Catherine, your hair.
Oh, it is a mess after that awful ride.
No. It's just that I haven't seen you for a long time. And it seems to me the last time I saw you, your hair was a little darker, no? It's a funny thing that tricks a man's memory will play, huh?
Mr. Birnbaum, I think that you've completely lost your mind.
You have done something to your hair.
I have not. If I had it been none of your business. I'm certainly not going to put myself in the place of those blondine trollops that you seem to prefer.
Take it.
Oh.
Fill it.
Oh.
Still at it all night? McClintock never quits. But a Birnbaum has to. Besides, the game is over. You got me.
Oh, no, Mr. Birnbaum. You still got a good game.
Oh, you play chess. Please, take them.
Pretty good. Fair. Well, looks like I won't have to come into town always to get a game. Remember, I'm a bad loser. It's your move.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Oh, it's morning already.
Mm-hmm. Cup of coffee?
Oh, yes, thanks, Jake.
You're welcome, Catherine.
Got any cream?
Canned cow's milk.
I'll do.
Good old condensed milk. That reminds me. I was cleaning out my desk the other day. I found something I wanted to return to you. Here it is. It's a medal. Remember? From the President of the United States of America to First Sergeant Michael Patrick Gilhooly for bravery above and beyond the call of duty. It's your papa. Reminds me of the first time I ever saw you. It was over 17 years ago. You walked into my store, not much bigger than the bundle you were carrying. And in the bundle was the most beautiful baby I ever saw. And was she hungry? You walked all the way from Superstition Creek just to trade me that medal for a case of canned milk. GW was off somewhere as usual, fighting Indians.
Sheriff? Sheriff Ford! Well, have you seen the sheriff?
Kind of early for him. To try his house?
Why didn't I think of that?
Looks like Birnbaum's is open. Maybe somebody in here knows.
So there you are, Sheriff. I told you you were headed for trouble.
Trouble?
I want to know by whose authority you let those Indians stay in town. Those savages are wards of the government, and I am the representative of
I
that
told Sheriff Lord that he could put him up down by the clay.
Because the town's named after him, he thinks he owns it.
Well, you check the books in the recorder's office, and you'll find I do own a fair piece of it. Agard, if you knew anything about Indians, you'd know that they're doing their level best to put up with our so-called benevolent patronage, in spite of the nincompoops that have been put in charge of it.
Those Indians need my permission to leave the reservation.
Those chiefs have been giving orders all their lives. It's pretty hard for them to understand that they have to hold up their hand like a schoolboy in a classroom.
The law is very clear.
I told you you'd get no satisfaction from these people. But we'll get the girl back.
Girl?
The girl the Indians kidnapped. But don't worry. I armed the settlers and set them to rounding up those red devils.
What is this about a girl?
Millie Jones, one of the settlers' daughters.
The Indians kidnapped her.
That's ridiculous. And you turned loose a lot of farmers with shotguns?
I certainly did.
You're insane. Let's go, Sheriff.
Mr. Douglas,
Oh, Miss McClintock.
much as I hate to agree with GW about anything, you haven't changed a bit. You're still an hysterical fool.
Come into town, I got worried.
What about?
Thought maybe Katie shot you.
Not yet, Drago, but it took restraint.
Wait a minute. You better take Agard along. Not that he'll be much help. Drago, have him on the horse.
Just a minute. Well,
I'll drive.
Yes, sir.
Agard, what are you doing?
Agard, this is serious. Stay with him, Agard. Stay with him.
Agar, will you stop showing off and getting this buggy?
Mercy. Mercy. That horse is a little green.
Let's go. Just where do you think you're going?
Don't use that range-boss tone of voice with me.
Carter! Headed for Mr. Poor Boy's mine. Mount up some riders.
Right, boss. You heard the man.
Here comes one of my favorite scenes.
Mr. McClintock. I don't like it one bit.
What don't you like?
They're planning to hang an Indian.
Oh, and a whiskey.
Hold that.
Not so fast, Mr. Boss of the whole country. Unless you want to wear a big hole in your middle.
How long is GW going to let that cheechawker push him around?
That cheechawker has a sawed-off shotgun.
How do you know she didn't wander off someplace or meet some fella or something?
What are you saying? That I didn't raise my girl right? That she'd wander off all night with some man?
There's a lot of things I'm not saying to you, mister. Well, you got a sawed-off shotgun in my middle. But how do you know this Indian had anything to do with it?
She's gone, ain't she? She's gone.
Pa! Pa! I'm over here! Pa! Been looking for me, Pa?
Where you been, gal?
Young Ben took me for a sunrise ride, and the horse wandered away.
You come down over there.
But, Pa!
She's telling the truth, Mr. McClintock. We wasn't doing nothing.
Well, that's not important right now. The important thing is that you don't draw that hog leg, or this'll be worse than Dodge City on Saturday night.
You get on back to the wagon. I'll tend to you later. Now for this young whippersnapper.
Now, no harm has been done. And young Ben here is one of the nicest boys in the territory, so just put down that shotgun and let's forget
him to forward, Mike.
We all calm down.
We'll all calm down.
Boss, he's just a little excited.
I know. I'm going to use good judgment. I haven't lost my temper in 40 years. But, Pilgrim, you caused a lot of trouble this morning. Might have got somebody killed. And somebody ought to belt you in the mouth. But I won't.
The hell I won't.
The hell I won't.
Yeah!
Mechanic Rider!
Oh, Martha!
Hey, Buster! Remember me?
Hello, sir. Nice party.
Yeah, nice party.
Do you think we ought to?
I ought to what?
Just a minute. What are you doing? My glasses. Hey, now stop this or you'll be sorry.
Stay out of this, Jake. It's everybody's war.
Thanks.
Oh, very funny.
Ha-ha! It's very funny.
Yeah.
Very funny. Guys, Mr. Douglas, I'm sorry.
His own donkey knocked him over.
Are you still down here? Hey! Horse wandered away, huh? Honest, Mr. Jones, honest. Oh!
Yeah.
Nice left. Thanks.
I went to college. For this, you don't need college. You're not getting
Me down there. Oh, yep, they're taking him down.
Why, McClintock, you big...
Good morning to you, Mrs. McClintock.
Buddy, you big... G.W. McClintock, you big...
Blackburn! Whoa, Blackburn!
No whiskey, we go home.
We go home.
Actually, isn't.
You and your friends! Well, we at least saved your hat. Where is everybody? Oh, for heaven's sakes.
Whoa.
Drago, will you never learn how to handle
We family. We family.
I'll sure try, I tell you that now.
Family.
You want to lose your pigtail?
I lose face. Lousy lot of tips.
You want to lose more than that?
Kate,
Yes?
we could be a big help to one another.
Like what, may I ask?
Oh, we could wash the mud off of each other. We used to have quite good times doing that sort of thing.
There are a lot of things we used to do. Good night, Mr. McClintock.
No, you try, brother.
Any luck?
What are you talking about?
I mean, divorce. She still want it?
Yeah.
You know something, women are funny. She fought like a wildcat on your side out there this afternoon. Come home, she slams the door in your face. That divorce business, is that what you get when you pay a woman not to live with you?
That's about it.
Some women I've known it'd be worth it.
You know, if we had any moral character, we wouldn't be standing here covered with mud drinking when we should be washing.
GW.
Drago.
Miss Warren, these biscuits.
Oh, thank you, Drago.
Good morning, Mrs. Warren.
Good morning, Mr. McClintock.
Breakfast for the boss?
If that's the way you want it, Mr. McClintock.
Wakey, wakey, sunshine!
One poached egg, tea, toast, lightly browned, and Why, Mrs. McClintock, you have a black eye. I do. Ooh. Oh, and Becky's coming home today. And that's not all. There's a little something we'd better get settled. There are no men listening now, so we can be ourselves. Oh, sure, I let you get away with all that guff the other night. But now that we're alone, when I want the opinion of the hired help, I'll ask for it. You know, you could wind up with 2 black eyes. What? Oh, I realize you had to put on that big act.
Ooh.
We always have to just before we get ready to forgive them.
Ooh.
Generally for something they haven't done. But you and I both know that's just to keep them from getting the idea they run things. McClintock give you that black eye? No! Nobody gave it to me. I won it.